a while. Haven't done this setup in a while. Welcome, welcome. Let me make sure. Give me 1 second. We are talking about it. Smackdown. We have the main event tonight. Randy Orton and Kevin Owens. Yes, Randy Orton and Kevin Owens competing against the Bloodline Solo and Jacob. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. But give me one, because I have not done this in a while, and I'm actually excited for my microphone to come. I actually was going to, I actually ordered a microphone, so I can't wait for the microphone to come in the mail. So let's talk about it. Hey, Melissa, can you hear me, by the way? How did you like Smackdown? Welcome. How did you like Smackdown? I haven't done the couch thing in a while, so I'm getting acclimated. Usually I am at the table when I talk. How are you? How did you like Smackdown? But let me get my notes. I always have to charge this shit. Okay, thank you. I never know. Sometimes my stuff wants to connect to the Bluetooth, even though I'm not trying to connect to it. But I can't wait till my microphone comes. I have one for the laptop, but I also need to get one for the phone. Now it's getting hot all of a sudden in here in Michigan. Glad to see that things went well with, what was that, the hurricane, tornado, I think you were talking? Yes, I can hear you. Who was your favorite on SmackDown? SmackDown, I would say it was a good show. Again, I didn't like that Kevin Owens lost, but it is what it is. I didn't like that he lost, though. Let me put on the music. Let me put on the music.
This is Project.
Okay, yeah, I know you said something about a tornado. I thought you said, but SmackDown, we did see something with Nia and Tiffany. What's going on with that? SmackDown, the show overall, I do like its vibe. I feel like it's missing something. I'm just not exactly sure what it's missing. I'm not sure what it's missing. Oh, yes, hurricane. I'm glad you are doing okay after the hurricane. We still have Jacob for two. That still seems like the star compared to Solo. I don't mean to be rude, but at this point, Jacob is looking more like the leader. I've been saying that for a while. I know that's becoming very repetitive, but I just something about Jacob. But we shall see. We did have the continuation of Naomi basically getting punished. I don't know what this is at this point. I don't know why Naomi can't win a fucking match ever since she came back, but no surprise, she lost to Bailey. What a shock. Not. Everything is good here. You are rude. Okay. Thank you for typing. You're right. So, yeah, something does need to change. I know Roman isn't part of it every week. Cody as a champion, again, he's too involved with this bloodline stuff. He needs to have his own storyline. He's the champion. This whole reign was about your father and winning that title. And this whole reign of yours is about the bloodline. So hopefully he gets his own storyline soon. Because I thought the whole point of him winning the title was to make his dad proud. So I don't know why he's so involved in this bloodline stuff. We see Randy Orton he is enjoying himself. He's more confident. He's more taking everything in. We noticed that. I did want to note that. Orton is taking his time to enjoy the crowd more. I'm not saying that he's going to retire soon. I'm just saying he's appreciating it more. Almost, he may soon want to stop doing this full time. But a lot of people say he wants to do this till he's 50. Yeah, I did see. I don't think he's coming to Michigan though. Thank you. I don't think he was coming to Michigan, Roman Reigns. I do know he's on a limited schedule, but unfortunately, I don't think he was coming to my town. We did have Bayley versus Naomi. If you really thought that Naomi was going to win at this point, check her track record. Ever since she came back, she hasn't really been that credible. Again, this is no shade to her. I do like Naomi. I think she did well in TNA. Hell, I think she did all right when she was still part of WWE before she left. But Bayley winning, I mean, I don't really know what to say about this. I don't think she's going to win the belt against Nia. Maybe Nia Jax and Tiffany will have some drama going on, but I don't really feel that Bayley is going to be the one that dethrones Nia. So I see Nia retaining. We saw Nia go a little crazy, showing that she's a little threatened by Bayley. You know, she was going a little crazy with Tiffany Stratton. So it's showing her weak spot, that she's a little afraid of Bayley. We did get the jobber stuff with Naomi. I don't even think we got her full. Oh, okay, the holiday tour. Have you ever been to those, or have you been just to the main shows such as Raw or Smackdown? The holiday tours are okay, or the live events. I've been to maybe one or two, and they do interact more with the crowd at the live events. We already see that Naomi was going to lose because she didn't even get a full entrance. Yes, she didn't even get a full entrance. That just shows you what they think about her. I mean, I'm just surprised that you guys are still surprised that she's not winning. But Bayley getting the win. We'll see where it goes with the storyline. We'll see where it goes with the storyline. Oh, okay. Did you enjoy it? Oh, Mercedes Moné, by the way. Speaking of Naomi, her friend, her best friend. Not her. I feel like Naomi and Bayley are friends, but they're not as close as Mercedes and Naomi. Just like Mercedes and Bayley, they have their own close friendship. I just feel like them two are more mutual friends and they respect each other more. But we had Andrade versus Carmelo Hayes. A lot of people before the show started were stating that this is starting to get redundant. A lot of people are saying, you know, Andrade and Carmelo Hayes, they need to stop this shit. It's not going to stop anytime soon, considering that this time Hayes is the one that got the W this time. So we all know this is going to continue the feud. I don't know what this is all about. I don't know at this point if they don't have anything planned for both men. I don't know if they just don't know what to do with Carmelo Hayes. I don't know, maybe with Carmelo Hayes, they want to get him acclimated to the main roster and have this feud with Andrade, who is a veteran. Not with WWE, I wouldn't say, because he did leave and come back recently. But I will say he is a veteran in the wrestling and especially being on television. So Carmelo Hayes could learn some things from him. Carmelo Hayes, I do like him. He is attractive. He does have the moves. I think he's my age, so he could go a long way. He has the looks. He has the speed. Will I say strength? He's not the strongest, but he's not the weakest. So I don't want to say strength, but his speed and his looks and his promo skills will get him a long way. Oh, okay. So you think that Jimmy Uso is going to be back at Bad Blood? What kind of capacity, though? Who is he going to assist Jimmy Uso? What is Jimmy Uso going to do? Um, we did have Michin versus Piper Niven. This match was something that wasn't too much talked about. I do know that Chelsea Green, she is one that gets most of the praise between her and Piper, or she is one of the person that is the most talked about between the two of them. Michin, I do know she goes to Michin. I do know she goes to the main roster and NXT. So she is becoming a fan favorite since she is on television a lot. I do still like her from her days in TNA, part of the Dollhouse. So I do respect her, and she's been in the business for a while now. So her and Piper, oh, it's kind of hard to take Piper serious because some people know her as Mia Yin, by the way, but mentioned. But Piper Niven, when have we ever seen her to be as dominant as Nia Jax? When have we seen her be a dominant heel that took over? Maybe when she first debuted, but wasn't she going by that goofy name, Dewdrop, and she had that weird Dewdrop theme song? So a lot of people didn't take her serious as a threat. So me again winning, it is good, this momentum, but where's this momentum gonna go for her? Is she gonna go after gold? More than likely not. This is just a win for her on television. We did have the Randy Orton and Kevin Owens versus the Solo and Jacob. Um, It seemed like Solo did not want anything to do with Randy Orton. If we think about it, we did see that he did tag Jacob when Randy Orton first appeared. I don't know if this is foreshadowing something, but who knows? Who knows? Jacob Fatu, again, he looks really great as a heel. He looks great as maybe almost the leader. Okay, Roman. So, I don't know what Jimmy Uso would do at this point. I don't even know what he was when he left. I thought he was still a heel, but then he became a face when he got betrayed, I think. So if he came back, he would be against the Bloodline. He wouldn't be for the Bloodline. He would be against them. Um, Jacob Fatu. He did well in the ring. He is the newest member of the Bloodline that is part of the main roster, so he did well. I mean, Randy Orton, again, is a veteran. He's someone that's been here for a while. So is Kevin Owens. He has been part of WWE for a while now. Not as long as Randy Orton, but he has been here at least a decade at this point. Kevin Owens losing. I don't know what's next for him. I don't know if they're going to continue to keep him part of this bloodline situation. I don't know what he would have to do with this bloodline stuff at this point. I don't know why he's still involved. But if you haven't listened to the commentary, they did state that he was part of all versions of the bloodline, Kevin Owens. So it does kind of confirm what I just said, that he is part of the bloodline situation for a while now. But it's time for them to take him out of this story as well. I mean, the Cody Rhodes thing and his title reign being so heavily influenced by the bloodline, Kevin Owens being part of the bloodline stuff, after a while, it's like, okay, we can focus on something else at this point for these two. Kevin Owens being a heel, I know a lot of people want to see that. They do like it when Kevin Owens is a heel. I will admit, Kevin Owens as a heel is great. He does well. I feel like his best opponent and his best partner of course, is Sami Zayn. I mean, Kevin Owens and Cody, they are a good team, but the chemistry is not as good as the Sami and Kevin. Clearly, they know each other longer in real life, and they've been through more stuff than a Cody and Kevin relationship. Um, Kevin being heel, I mean, him maybe winning the title against Cody Rhodes would have been something different, and him running the division as a heel. I mean, if WWE wanted to be fresh a little bit, they would do these changes sometimes with the titles where it's not as predictable, where you don't always already know who's going to retain the title. So I do feel like with Kevin, him not winning, that was a missed opportunity. Because again, I felt like it would have changed the vibe. It would have changed the vibe if Kevin Owens would have won. It would have been different instead of just us already assuming that Cody Rhodes would win. Kind of like Michin, Mia Yim. If she won the women's title, I think a lot of people would have been surprised if she would win the title. Hell, even a Chelsea Green if she won the title. Sometimes WWE needs to surprise us. Dewdrop winning would even be surprising, considering that she's only like what the 24/7 women. Well, it wasn't even a women's title. 24/7 champion and tag team champ. So I feel like WWE needs to do a little bit more surprises. Kevin winning, that could have happened, that should have happened, that would have made a great momentum for a heel champion. But we just had Roman Reigns as a heel champion for a while now. So Cody Rhodes being this huge baby face is what WWE wants right now, which, I don't mind it. I like Cody Rhodes. I respect him. But I'm trying to think who he would even feud with on that roster. For a moment, I was going to say CM Punk, but CM Punk is not even part of SmackDown. He's part of Raw and NXT, apparently, since he keeps showing up to NXT. I'm not even going to talk about NXT and the ratings, because at this point, it would be a child's play, and you guys would say I'm dragging NXT, but I see the ratings did not really go up this week. Even with the theatrics and the TNA stars and all of that showing up like usual. So hopefully they stick to their own people. But that is where you can find CM Punk these days in NXT and Raw. Who else could fight? And see, that's the problem. I have to think really hard. I don't want to say Solo because I just said I don't want the Bloodline to be that involved. I don't know who else. Oh, Randy Orton. Him and Randy Orton having a feud. And also being part of Legacy, which was a huge faction at this point. Him, Ted DiBiase, and Cody Rhodes. I don't think Cody Rhodes would lose the title to a Randy Orton. Again, they have him so involved with the Bloodline. I feel like if anybody, it would be Roman that dethrones him. A lot of people are going to complain if that happens. I can already predict it will happen, but I do see if he does get his title back and is the one that dethrones Cody, a lot of people will be upset. I don't think this time Roman would have such a long reign, like a 3-year, 2-year reign. I feel like it would just probably be like at least 6 or 7 months, but it won't be that long, like years worth. I feel like at the end of the day, the end game. Oh, say you'll be happy, Melissa. Yeah, I feel like the end game at this point is to maybe. I thought it was to showcase Solo, and that is why he's the leader. But maybe they're going to have maybe Jacob be the one that wins the title at the end of this story. I don't know. I thought Solo was the one that they were trying to push. For a while, he was the main player. He was the one that was controlling Tamatango. I hate to say their names, but he was the ringleader. But ever since Jacob came, the presence kind of has been taken away from him. And I don't even think that was on purpose. A lot of people are up in the uproar about Naomi losing. Again, who is surprised? I don't know if I mentioned, Randy Orton did speak to the crowd. He did have a little promo. Again, this is what I'm talking about, where he is trying to appreciate what he has right now, and he's taking in every moment. Let me see. This Smackdown. Let me stop charging it. It's at 55. I don't need to charge it no more. This Smackdown wasn't the worst. Again, wasn't the best. We shall see what happens next week on SmackDown. We shall see. Bad Blood should be good. Bad Blood should be good. When is it though? And it like it's coming up. And it always next week, right? So we have one more Smackdown before Bad Blood. Bad Blood, it should be a good pay-per-view. Yeah, he does need his title back, Melissa. I do agree. Well, who knows? I mean, I'm okay with Cody holding it, but yeah, eventually he does need his title back. He does bring a lot of ratings. I mean, Cody is bringing some ratings, but who knows? Who knows? Then we just talked about AJ Styles, so I'm not surprised if they have a return date or him coming back. Um, sorry, but AJ Styles, I don't know what's gonna happen with him. I don't see him winning the title either. I don't know what's next for AJ Styles. Yeah, who knows what he's going to do. Again, you know, that's good that he's back, but I wonder what he's going to do. I think at this point he needs to be with the OC. I hate that I'm saying this about him, but I do feel like him and the OC, they can help each other, the group. I mean, Michin, Mia Yim is getting a nice push. She is getting a nice push. AJ, of course, is always going to get a push and a pop. I feel like them four need to come back together and maybe take over the division. I mean, they don't have to be a team and team up every week, but kind of like Judgment Day, a face faction. I mean, they were a face faction. They did their own thing, but still cared about each other. But SmackDown, this is your week SmackDown's review. I'm sure when Roman Reigns and some drama comes, it will be longer reviews, but right now it's all right. It's all right. I really don't know who is really going to try to challenge for the title soon, but that's a little scary that we don't have a notable contender that we feel like is going to dethrone Cody. But right now we have Roman and Cody working together to end this drama with the Bloodline, which we all know it's not going to end. Let's be real. But Marquelworld, sub to the YouTube. I post 3 times a week, go live once. I want to do Smackdown tonight. I want to do Smackdown. If you're watching the replay, hello. Follow on TikTok, Marquelworld. Follow Pro Wrestling Tea, the Facebook group where we post wrestling together. A Facebook group as well, a messenger group. So thank you. Happy Friday. I'm headed off. Melissa, if you're here, thank you for tuning in. I'm about to call it a night. It was not the best, wasn't the worst. It was SmackDown. And it should get better. So that's the only thing I have to say. It should get better. I don't see it getting any worse. Again, when Roman comes back, it may get better. You know, when he comes back more. The more drama they bring, it's going to get better. Maybe if Cody and Kevin had their own storyline, it would be better. Maybe if Naomi would win some matches, it would be a little less predictable. But we still have Tiffany and the Nia thing that's drama filled, but now it's clear that she's going to betray Nia after being choked. So again, there's no shock factor, I would say, at this point. To be honest, just to summarize it, I mean, nothing that happened is surprising. Kevin losing, Randy losing, I don't see that happening. He is a legend. I was going to say he's like a legend. He is a legend in the wrestling business. The Bloodline, who is one of the biggest factions getting the push, I don't see them losing a random TV match. Kevin Owens, who has no direction, I see that happening. Naomi, that keeps losing her matches, do I believe that she's going to beat Bayley? Not really. She hasn't made us believe that she is a threat to Bailey. Her losing, not surprising. Michin versus Piper. Michin has been on a little roll, a little victory here and there, and Piper hasn't really won a match. Not surprised that she lost. So, again, it's kind of predictable, but we do love this thing called wrestling. So, I'll say what I said. Subscribe on YouTube, follow on TikTok. I'll see you guys on the next video, and thank you, Melissa. I'll see you soon. I'm sure we'll talk, but I'll see you guys on the next video. Remain safe. Happy weekend. Peace.